My role at Digital Catapult is Director of Operations here for Northern Ireland. Digital Catapult is a government initiative. We're here to implement emerging technologies into businesses and scale and grow emerging technologies across Northern Ireland. We're part of a UK-wide initiative which is aligned to the Industrial Strategy Challenge Fund. So a big element of that is immersive technology, virtual reality, augmented reality, 5G connectivity, next future generation networks, and obviously artificial intelligence and machine learning. Data analytics and artificial intelligence will have a huge impact on society, and we're starting to see that already. Even over the past 3 years, we're seeing industries and sectors, industrial sectors, getting involved with data analytics and artificial intelligence that would never historically have done so. If you look at historical sectors within Northern Ireland, such as agri-foods, agri-tech, construction, manufacturing, they're all starting to get engaged with artificial intelligence for optimization problems, for forecasting, for human resources, for customer service. Lots and lots of very diverse areas that are going to impact on their businesses. We're also starting to see very much public services, and if you look at the health sector is starting to get completely diversified by the use of artificial intelligence to look at images, medical images for example, to identify tumours, to identify cancers, to identify diseases within those images. In fact, we work with medtech companies here in Belfast who have utilised artificial intelligence to develop 3D models of anatomical pieces for pre-operative planning. So every aspect of society, whether you be in future cities and engaging with future cities type technology and sensor technology, if it's to do with businesses and industrial sectors, or even within the public sector, artificial intelligence will have a massive impact on public services and right across the realm. The future of data analytics in Northern Ireland is going to be very, very bright. I think if you look at some of the work that has been done over the last 18 months around the Matrix panel commissioning a report around AI and the state of AI research here within Northern Ireland, you can see that it's extremely strong. Combined, it's 6th in the UK, which is a huge offering for us here. We've got sectors who are open to the implementation of AI and data analytics, as we've previously talked around, very, very diverse sectors here across Northern Ireland, implementing AI within those solutions. We look at the skills and we look at what is actually happening within companies, but in terms of upskilling employees. We look at initiatives which are happening right across the United Kingdom with UKRA and for the Royal Society, looking at skills and the adoption of skills and diversifying skills within companies to allow us to utilise data analytics within companies and public services and right across government in the future. We've got a huge amount of opportunity. I think Northern Ireland is a test bed for the implementation of AI. Not just in terms of the algorithm and development and research, but when you look at what's going to be crucial to AI in the future around open data, accessing open data, government-based data, improving government services and public services, utilising data, opening that up for commercial purposes, and obviously utilising that then to skill people and upskill people. I think we're in a really, really nice, really bright future position here in Northern Ireland to be able to do that. I would encourage anyone from any age to get involved with data analytics and look at careers in data analytics for a number of reasons. I think if you look at young people coming through now, every single sector will be completely changed and revolutionised utilising AI and data in the next 5 years. If you look at the change that has happened in the last 3 years, it's been astronomical. 5 years, we don't know what the careers are going to be, but we do need to ensure that young people have the right competencies, the right computer literacy, the right innovation mindset, the right creativity, to get involved with data analytics so they can be resilient to the changes that will actually impact on these historical sectors. If you look at professional business services, financial services, legal services, we're already starting to see AI implemented in those developing real-time contracts, for example, scrubbing through documents, looking for commonalities within documents. Those are tasks that would have been done within professional business services that are now changing. Young people can get involved at a very, very minimal side of engaging in skills around data science to be able to do that type of activity, right through to commercialization of products, right through to implementation of AI and data science skills. The landscape and the framework for deployment of AI has changed significantly over the past 20 years. We no longer have to write code per se to develop AI solutions. Those solutions are readily available off the shelf to be able to be applied. If you look at things like the internet, whenever the internet came along, the internet was treated with some level of skepticism. We now have jobs that didn't exist pre-internet. Artificial intelligence will be the same. We don't know what some of those skill sets will be or what some of those careers will be, but most definitely we will have new careers in the future that we don't have today. Key skills and attributes are actually the key point. It's not about subject choices for data analytics. If we look at the changes that are happening globally around data analytics, and we look at future cities, smart initiatives, autonomous vehicles, all of these various services that are going to be changed utilizing AI, it's not about the subject, it's about how creative you can be, it's about how innovative you can be, it's about how creative you can be to change. If you look at having algorithms and deploying algorithms into a future city, into a smart city initiative, it's no good developing an algorithm if you don't know how people will interact with it. It's no good if you don't have those social planning skills. So there's a huge array of skills and diverse skills that are required, not just for the development of AI, but the implementation and deployment of AI as real world solutions. A Royal Society report, which was conducted back in 2017, shows that one of the biggest implications for not having AI impacting on society is the lack of diversity in teams that develop AI solutions, but also the lack of diversity in the solutions that are developed and not being conceived into society.